Ladies and gentlemen, I introduce you to homemade American Texas style barbecue, made at home, step-by-step recipe. Everything you see here was done by these hands, and I will show you. Ladies and gentlemen, this is my twist and take on Texas barbecue on the Traeger. I wonder why a lot of people don't like the Traeger, but I feel like the Traeger is top notch. Beautiful. 16 hours. Alright, this is the night before. This is roughly around 18-pound brisket. No trim or anything. I'm going to tackle this brisket in another way just because this part of the flat, it's always dry. So I'm just going to leave everything on. I don't care. Okay, we're going to do something different and hopefully it comes by. And we're gonna smoke this at 90 degrees Celsius. I'm not too sure that's in Fahrenheit, but it's lower than 105 or 15 degrees Celsius, okay? So 90 degrees Celsius, I'm gonna smoke this until I hit a terminal temperature or a stall. Once it stalls, I'm gonna wrap it, okay? Once it stalls, it probably stalls around 12 hours, but once it stalls, I will wrap it. That's how it is. Just when it hits the internal temperature of 95 degrees Celsius, I know it'll be done, okay? When it stalls, I'll repeat, when it stalls, I will wrap it. So, mustard for the binder, back and forth. We're going unethical with this one, okay? Just because I gotta get this piece nice and moist, all right? So, binder on. Once we got our binder on, Montreal steak spice. I'm just gonna lather this on, okay? From the back and the front. So here, and we got extra right here. This is black pepper. Pile it on. Let's go. I'll turn this around. Let's hit the other side. Montreal steak spice. And some extra black pepper. I'm gonna do a very low and slow. 90 degrees Celsius slow, okay? It's gonna go overnight. Here we go. Fat side up. I'm gonna take another approach of brisket. All you have to do is, this is my theory, it just has to reach 95 degrees Celsius. And when it stalls, you wrap. Here we go, 6-pound pork butt. Same seasoning, we got mustard as a binder. I wanna say this may take around 15 to 16 hours, low and slow, okay? I'm gonna do the other side here. Comes out more. So Montreal and black pepper. Nice and heavy. Let's go. Pork belly right beside it. Low and slow, 90 degrees Celsius. Next, we have 2 spare ribs. So the binder, mustard. Give that a nice massage. Okay, I'm gonna give this a slit. Nice X. I thought I bought more Montreal steak spice, but I didn't. So we're gonna use just all this Montreal here. We have some salt, black pepper, and we got, this is Nashville seasoning. Salt, ever so slightly. Black pepper, and the Nashville. I'm gonna get the edges. This is gonna sit for 1 whole day or until my brisket, or if I have room, then we're gonna throw it in, okay? But it will have to sit and marinate for the time being. All right, let's make some sausages. So this is roughly around 5 pounds of ground pork. Let's season. Teaspoon black pepper, 1/4 teaspoon white pepper, Vegeta seasoning, 1 tablespoon. We got 1/2 tablespoon mushroom seasoning or chicken bouillon. This 1/4 teaspoon fennel seed, 1/4 teaspoon poultry seasoning. Let's do 1/4 teaspoon salt, 1/2 teaspoon of ground coriander. My little secret, just a nice pinch of cinnamon. And let's go 2 tablespoon baking soda. Okay, let's work this in. Let this marinate for 5 hours minimum. This is 5 hours in, ladies and gentlemen. Sorry, it's a bit dark, but I just threw in my spares. Spares will go on for 4 to 5 hours as well. Let me turn on some light for you. Look how beautiful that is. See?